Hello and welcome to a fresh edition of Wednesday Night Football here on Ascent TV. My name is Tunde Koiki, your regular anchor. Thanking you for joining us for what promises to be another interesting half hour right here, bringing you all the latest of Nigerian and international sports. Of course, I never do this program alone. There's always someone in the studio here with me. And today I have Emmanuel Odufejo, who joins me for what promises to be, like I said, a pretty interesting show. Thank you for joining us, Emmanuel.
Glad to be here.
Plenty has been happening on the domestic scene in Nigeria. It is 2 match days before we crown a new league champion in the Nigeria Professional Football League. And last weekend we saw some incredible results across the country. Let's quickly run through some of the results for you in the match day 36 fixtures of the Nigeria Professional Football League. It all started off on Friday, Akwa United defeating Lobi Stars. The rest of the fixtures are on your screen. Remo Stars losing at home to Enugu Rangers, defending champions who will not be defending their title this season, and Remo Stars who have already been relegated. Eyimba plastering Wiki Tourists by 4-0 at the UJ Iswene Stadium in Calabar. Plateau United and Rivers United playing out a 1-1 draw. Very close game for Plateau United. They almost lost that game. An 89th minute equalizer brought them back level after Rivers United had scored as early as the 14th minute of the first half. So Plateau United still looking good to claim their first ever MPFL title. Gombe United defeated ABS Football Club of Ilorin by 2-1 at the Pantami Stadium. Second place MFM lost by a lone goal at Abia Warriors. That's the Umuahia Township Stadium. And Nasarawa United also defeated County Pillars 1-0. El Kanemi Warriors and Shooting Stars played out a 1-0 draw. Fantastic result for Shooting Stars, the pride of Ibadan. They are also in major danger of going down at the end of the season, but a great 1-point result on the road gives them cause for optimism. And Katsina United also defeated Sunshine Stars by 2-0, while Niger Tornadoes versus FC Fayimba initially abandoned because of a waterlogged pitch on Sunday. It was finally finished by on Monday morning at 8 a.m. I don't understand who does these fixtures. How do you play a rematch or continue a game at 8 a.m. on Monday morning? I mean, people have places to go, work to attend. And Niger Tornadoes defeated SC Fayimba by 2-1 in a very contentious, very fractious game. A lot of people are not talking about the fact that there was some issues regarding hanky-panky.
It's not seeming, it was obvious.
You say it was obvious. What did you get any reports of things happening? Yeah. But we hear stuff regarding
video evidence.
Yeah, but we hear stuff regarding penalties awarded, phantom penalties awarded, players assaulting the center referee. What did you hear? And
eventually, I think what is really telling is that eventually there are still no official reports as to the incidents, and there are no penalties, to the clubs, that were involved in this. So yet. But I mean, that should already be in the front burner from after the match.
But as it currently stands now, Plateau United are still leading the Nigeria Professional Football League with 4 points with 2 matches to go. 4 points clear of second place MFM Football Club of Lagos, who are on the verge of history. The first team owned by a church in Nigeria to play in the Nigeria Professional Football League. They are also in line to become the first team in Nigeria that can owned by a church that can possibly win the Nigeria Professional Football League. But if that doesn't happen, they are also in line to become the first team in Nigeria owned by a church to play in an African continental competition. It's been an amazing team, amazing performance from MFM Football Club, considering the fact that they were almost relegated last season.
Yeah.
The second season, they are competing for the title. By all standards, if you ask me, I'm tempted to name them team of the season.
Well, why not? I mean, I think
strong contenders.
I think that aside from all of the relegation distractions, I think the race, the title race between MFM and
Plateau United has been exciting.
Is really the most exciting part of this league. And I think that for this last match week, I think it was only maybe Plateau United that didn't get the memo. They were both supposed to lose. We were both playing.
Not necessarily. No, Plateau United was playing at home. They were playing at home.
Okay.
Yes, they nearly lost to FC Fayimba, yeah.
Okay, so I think basically it was just to, kind of like intensify the whole title race battle and let it go to the wire.
If they had won, if Plateau United had won, they would have won the title.
Even if MFM have also won?
Yes, if they had won on Sunday, if they had beaten Rivers United, they would have won the title because they have a fantastic goal difference of plus 23, while MFM have a positive goal difference of just 0.
Well, but as it stands, anything can still happen. There are still 2 matches. Any trip.
Any slip-ups,
Any slip-ups. MFM can still pounce. So I think it's interesting. See how it pans out in the next 2 weeks.
Okay. Wiki Tourists, they're at the bottom of the table. Very sad season for Wiki Tourists. Started the season playing in the CAF Confederations Cup. Now are in dire danger of being relegated. ABS Football Club of Ilorin are in 18th place as well. Gombe United, neighbors of Wiki Tourists, they are also in danger of being relegated. They're second to last from bottom, while Remo Stars, we already know, have been relegated as well. And as it stands, any one of Rivers United in 13th place to Remo Stars in 20th place can be relegated.
Exactly. It's too close, about 1-2 points,
Yeah, so it's 2 points between Wiki Tourists in 17th place and Rivers United in 13th place.
You can imagine. So it's not so much of a difference in quality.
Someone who actually even drag the likes of Abia Warriors and Lobby Stars. In other words, any team in the second half of the table can be relegated. It's ridiculous, really.
It says a lot about the quality of the whole league itself.
My sentiments, exactly.
Yeah.
When you consider the fact that the team that will likely win the title, Plateau United, by far the best team in the league this season, going by the results, they've scored more goals than anybody else. They've conceded less goals than anybody else. They've actually they've done pretty well, but they have just 63 points and they've lost 9 games. I mean, I can't think of any league in the world, well, probably in Western Europe, where the title winner would lose 9 games.
Imagine that. And I mean, how about MFM FC, who might maybe even still win the league?
It's so possible. Mathematically, it's possible.
Or at worst, come second, and they have lost 13 matches. Where does that happen? You should be fighting relegation somewhere.
I don't understand. I really don't understand. But as it currently stands, Plateau United on course to win their first ever league title, MFM second place, Aqua United in third place, Eimba Football Club are tied with the same number of points with third place Aqua United, but, and also with the same number, with the same goal difference actually, but they scored just 2 goals less than Aqua United. And at the bottom of the table is Wiki Tourists, ABS Football Club of Ilorin, Gombe United and Remo Stars in relegation races. Let's move over to the biggest matter in Nigerian football this week. The indomitable Lions of Cameroon are in town. African champions, 5-time African champions.
Yeah, are they in town?
They will be in town today.
I heard they are hiding
yes, but they will arrive today. They will arrive today. So we're not sure exactly when, but they are scheduled to arrive today. But one thing I can tell you that the Super Eagles are already in town, and we have a full complement of players. As of last night, we had 16 of the invited 24. But as of this evening, we expect to have the full complement of players. Ola, who's unknown to Hull City from Chelsea, arrived in camp with his father. Then also Ekechukwu Ezenwa, Dele Alampasu, Daniel Akpeyi, captain of the team. John Mikel Obi makes a return. Odion Igalo also makes a return as well. Kelechi Iheanacho. So basically, we have the full complement of players for that game. But the only problem was Alex Iwobi, Arsenal midfielder, was ruled out due to injury. And Aaron Samuel, who did pretty well for the Super Eagles in the past, but has had problems with injury. He also made a return. He was called up in place of Alex Iwobi. So 24 players in town ready to do battle against the indomitable Lions of Cameroon.
And to me, it looks like maybe, so basically what I want to say is we played against South Africa and lost. And some could have argued that it was because some key players weren't available.
It's arguable. It's arguable.
Players are back now, so
there's no excuse this time around.
And it looks like maybe we will do better this time around because of the key players we have available. I mean, Victor Moses, for instance, is back. I mean, it just looks like this could be our time. I
hope so too, because interestingly, Moses is not yet in town from what we hear.
But he did tweet that he was on his way.
He said he was on his way as well, but hopefully he should join him, because the fact that Iwobi is missing leaves the Super Eagles somewhat short in terms of attacking flair. So Victor Moses is expected to bring plenty of that. But he's also been particularly quiet in the English Premier League this season. Not started with the kind of form like he started last season. It's a bit subdued.
I think that would hold to his wing back positioning that he's having to be playing.
He played as a wing back last season and it was absolutely explosive. Definitely one of the players of last season. But what I'm saying is, he hasn't started with the same blistering performance.
I think
is
so.
it maybe he's yet to hit form and fitness, or maybe it's just a general malaise affecting the Chelsea team that also seems to be affecting him as well.
The first match of the season,
losing at home.
So I think that it's a general thing. So maybe he gets to grow into it as the season progresses. But I was checking 18 games between Nigeria and Cameroon so far.
Nigeria has won 10, half of those games, drawn 6, and lost just 4, which is an interesting statistic because everybody has Cameroon, and everybody starts shivering. But we've actually had a pretty decent result against Cameroon.
That it would have been worse than this. You remember this time in maybe the early 2000s when African Nations Cup were always coming against Cameroon and they're always taking the day. So I thought that there's
just to buttress your point, the fact that Nigeria has beaten Cameroon many times pales into insignificance when you understand the fact that the few times that we've lost to Cameroon have been exceedingly crucial times.
Exactly.
For instance, we've lost 3 African Cup of Nations finals to Cameroon.
Those are
the first in 1984, the next in 1988, then the most painful one at the National Stadium in Surulere, Lagos on penalties, all in the final of Africa Cup of Nations. If Nigeria had won all 3, we would have had 6 Africa Cup of Nations titles right now. And so, and that was also giving Cameroon this air of invincibility that, they have Nigeria's number. They also regard us as their younger wives, which is insulting to the average Nigerian. And the other time, and the more crucial part that another crucial game that Nigeria lost to Cameroon was on in the race for the 1990 FIFA World Cup in Italy. Nigeria defeated Cameroon 2-1 in Ibadan, only to lose 1-0 in Yaoundé, a result which effectively eliminated Nigeria from the FIFA World Cup. So you can see, Cameroon, the 4 times that Nigeria has lost to Cameroon were exceedingly crucial moments. And the most crucial one in the past few years definitely has to be Friday's game.
Definitely, and looking at it, Cameroon has it all to do in this 2-legged tie. They've drawn 2 matches. They are 4 points behind Nigeria.
Yeah.
So definitely, Nigeria has the edge, and it's a revenge mission for us, knowing that only one person would progress.
Why is it a revenge mission?
It's a revenge mission.
Considering the fact that the last time we played Cameroon, we actually beat them 3-0, but that was a meaningless international friendly.
Why I think it's a revenge mission is because we know that only one of us will go. So if we get to be the one that stops them from going, then pretty much that's revenge. So
revenge for the past
3,
for the past 4 times. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's, to be honest, it doesn't come more dangerous than Cameroon, and it rarely comes bigger than. I'm not sure which one is probably the bigger game, Nigeria Ghana or Nigeria Cameroon.
Yeah.
But those are 2 equally big games, 2 massive African rivalries. The return of
I think we've had the better edge for Ghana.
I don't think so. I think Ghana have actually even won more, but we'll confirm that for you later on. But still sticking with Cameroon, Cameroon always seem to have a smile on their face anytime they are facing Nigeria.
I don't think so. I think it was the Cameroon of old. Those
the likes of Patrick Mboma, Samuel Eto'o, Raymond Kalankongo, massive. Those were men.
It was those guys that would strike fear into any Nigerian players. But I think that right now things have changed, although it also means that Nigeria has also changed. But we haven't changed in the sense of physicality and all that, but Cameroon has changed. So.
When you say they've changed, are they more physical or they're...
No, I think they're less physical right now. You don't have those crazy guys that used to
Well, maybe not giants like that, but Cameroon still play a very physical brand of football. We do know Vincent Abubakar, Basagog, Christian Basagog, all the new players that they have now, Michael Ngaji, Gadeo, really big, strong young men as well. So does that, looking at the list Nigeria drew up for this game, and you see some of the names here, you are tempted to think that maybe this is what Genaro is thinking, that it might be a physical battle.
Exactly.
The pitch will suffer it, that's for sure. And you look at the likes of names that he's called up, I mean, these are really imposing Nigerian players as well. The likes of Gedekaro Etebo. He's also called up John Ogu. He's called up Anthony Wakeme, who, in my opinion, actually looks like a Cameroonian. So, is he expecting a physical battle?
Definitely, he's expecting a physical battle, and he's gone with a very strong, maybe not lineup yet, but at least invited players to the squad. And I think with the like of John Mikel Obi coming back also, I think basically he's trying to show up that midfield. If we get the likes of Ogu, Mikel into that midfield, Tebo didn't.
I mean, apart from maybe Taro Debuehi, Ahmed Musa, Kelechi Iheanacho, and Moses Simon, that's 4 players out. All the remaining 20 players are all big, strong men. So I'm thinking this is this is going to be a tough one.
If we have what it takes, why not? Let's give it a shot and see how it goes. If it comes to physicality, let's face them on, and we definitely have more technical players. In the Nigerian side.
And now this is the part that always scares me when Nigerians start becoming a bit overconfident. We have more technical players than they do.
We definitely have more technical players. Moses Simon, Kelechi Iheanacho, Victor Moses. A front three of those. They are already enough to,
Why does that sound like? Why does that sound like self-delusion? No, it's actually delusion, actually, because let's be candid. Nigeria is facing the current reigning African champions.
Yeah.
They demand a tremendous amount of respect.
True.
And considering the fact that this is a double header, just 4 days later, Nigeria will be in Yaoundé facing this Cameroonian team. How crucial is it to get the first leg with great result from the first leg?
I think when it comes to African football, take a cue from MPFL. You definitely have to win your own matches and, pray for a draw, when you go away. So going by that, basically this first leg is all we have, to make do with. Try a win. I'm not even talking of try and get a draw. A win should be like the yardstick for success. In this. A
win will more or less put Nigeria one step closer
so
to.
you can play more relaxed and hope for a draw. When we go away. Is it in Yaoundé?
In Yaoundé, yeah.
Exactly. So when we go away.
That's just 4 days later.
Exactly. So I think and come to think of it, this. Well, okay, that might not go well. So I want to say, these players are coming from their different clubs and. About 3 weeks into different leagues or so. So maybe they are getting into
match fitness,
and all of that. But then I thought, how many of our players are actually playing first 11 in their teams?
Oh yeah, virtually all of them. Ikechukwu is definitely playing first 11 for FC Ifeanyi here as well. Daniel Akpeyi, Ola, also playing first team with Hull City as well. William Trusecon definitely. John Mikel Obi, Ogenyo Nazi, Mikel.
So Ogenyo Nazi playing first 11?
Yeah, he's playing first 11 in Trabzonspor in Turkey.
Did he play last match? I was saying he was on the bench.
But I think you're right. But yeah, he was on the bench. I'm guessing maybe because squad rotation, maybe But he's definitely. So I'm thinking all of these players, and like you said, it's early into the season.
How about Leicester City?
Leicester City, Iheanacho. His match fitness is not in doubt.
Neither
he's had
Musa. Wilfred Ndidi hasn't hit the heights we know.
But he's been playing as well. He's played all 3 games so far in the Premier League as well.
I think that, it's neither here nor there. When we played South Africa, we thought we had the crop of young talent who were taking on the baton from the old guys. There was a league winner from Israel in that team. Ndidi from Leicester City and Kelechi Iheanacho and all of that, but it didn't work out. So coming into this one now, we don't even seem to be more confident because they haven't hit any super. There hasn't been any incredible stories coming from their respective clubs. So what
it's still early in the season. It's still early in the season, man.
So I'm just saying, because of that, I am not totally over the moon, about the quality of our players right now. So I can only wait to be surprised.
All across Africa, these matches will be played, but this is obviously the biggest fixture of the African continent for this weekend in the qualifying series. But if you are how would you approach this game? Do you look at it? Do you isolate it and look at it as a 2-legged World Cup qualifier and say this first leg, second leg, whoever wins over the two legs qualifies. Is that the best way to look at it,
No,
or do you just
absolutely.
keep an eye on the fact that it is a league, it is a sprint?
Absolutely.
Because if
not.
if you isolate, what I'm saying is, if you isolate this Cameroon game and just say, gentlemen, this is the World Cup ticket. We have to beat Cameroon across two legs. If we do that, we will qualify. Is that how you be approaching it?
No, we don't have to beat Cameroon across two legs. We have to win this first match. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. We have to win this first match. So we do all we can to ensure that we win this first match. And that includes, making a decision over the likes of either going with Daniel Akpeyi or Ezenwa. That includes those kind of decisions. That includes decisions like, do you still want to stick with Echejile? I don't know how he has, continued to thrive, in that Super Eagles team. I don't know how he has continued to do that.
Decisions like whether you who you start alongside Mikel Obi, is it John Ogu or Nazi,
no, not who would
or
you start
Ndidi?
Alongside Mikel Obi. Why would you start Mikel Obi? He's just back from injury. How many matches has he played for his team? Yes, we missed him in the last match, but should he come back? And if he comes back, that's an indictment on the young guys who are supposed to be taking over from these guys. Then you go up front again. And
do you continue to persist with Iheanacho as your top striker?
Exactly, and maybe he wants to be a natural number 8 or something, a supporting striker. So all of these questions are what needs to be answered for us to really be sure that we're winning this first match.
Okay, finally, Emmanuel, on this topic, who wins this game? Look into your crystal ball, bring out your cowrie shells. Maybe I should give you some white chalk to paint one eye over, so you can go into DBI mode now and look into your crystal ball, deep into your crystal ball. Who do you think will win this game? Just before you give us your answer, I want you to remember that a lot of people are watching you, so if you get it wrong, you might get stoned on the streets. Well, who do you think will win this game?
I do not see. I see a bunch of letters. I do not see letter M. I see letter N. I know both of them are N. I see letter I. Yeah, Cameroon doesn't have I. And I see R. Cameroon also has R.
Yes, oh. If I should say you failed already. So who wins this one?
Nigeria will take this one.
Nigeria will take this one. Okay, those are the wise words and the prediction of Emmanuel Odufejo. So please,
it's not a wise old man; it's a wise young man.
Yeah, but those are his words. So look at his face pretty well. So in case anything happens, you know who to hold responsible. If Nigeria
Super Eagles will take this one. They will.
I hope so, for at least the sake of over 170 million Nigerians worldwide watching both at home and abroad. But thank you so much, Emmanuel, for a very, very incisive analysis on both the domestic and national teams, domestic fronts and the national team in Nigeria. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
But more importantly, thank you for watching. Wednesday Night Football will make a return same time next week. My name is Sine Kweki. Thank you for your time. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.